B-side show.
Going out to the hardcore hip hop.
B-side.
Of course.
B-side show. B-side. 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 B-side show.
That's right, everybody. It's Monday. It's the B-Side Show. Act like you know, man. My name's Rabbit, by the way. We've been doing this thing almost 11 years strong, man. We're here every single week with the livest artists in hip-hop doing their thing, from producers, artists, DJs, as you can see, painters, everything, man. Even sports people, all that stuff, man. We've been doing our thing for a cool minute. Thank you guys, the ones that have been supporting. We got the shop in the front, 130 Shoppers Lane in Covina, man. Make sure you guys support the B-Side shop. But we got another dope show, man. Shabazz The Disciple's here. He's in town. So it's dope to have him back in the building. It's been a few years since he's been here. We also have DJ Seedless coming through. And then we got a dope set. About to set it off right now is my brother, man. Joaquin Daniels on the ones and twos. Let's get it going, man. B-Side. Yeah, that's Joaquin Daniels on the ones and twos right there, with them vibes right there. Even at Sister Asia freestyling, man. Shout out to some of the guests in the building. Sister Asia, we got Mug 7 over there, Nug Life, Frankie OG, some of the homies, man. Oh man, I can't see everybody, but yeah, man, we're having a good time already. Got another dope lineup. Real quick, I wanted to chop it up with my brother Joaquin, man. When this guy's not, you know, spinning on stage for legends or, you know, in the studio putting albums in, man, what you been up to, brother?
Man, lately I've just been cooling, just been working hard on music. I got an album that's finished. The album's called Turquoise Soul. It's going to be coming out probably next year. But until then, I got a couple singles out right now. I got one on the Project Load Hardcore Street Team Volume 2. That is with Jism. The song's called Curtains. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause it's curtains on all MCs.
That's right.
I got another one, my man EV and Mocha Only out from Canada. And that song's called Taking It Back. And that's with me, myself, and Mando the DJ on the cuts.
Mando the DJ, man, he's been coming through here. I'm surprised he's not here today. We've seen him for a couple weeks straight. But, man, shout out to all the homies, man, the hip-hop homies that are daily on their grind. You know what I'm saying, like we are, and a lot of the times you don't get the full throttle of recognition that some of the popularity contest winners get.
Yeah.
But we're on our grind, bro, and people see what we're doing, and we're doing it for the right reasons, and I'm gonna keep doing it.
Hell yeah, we love this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Man, we do this, man. This is hip hop right here. I wanted to say, in the sports world right now, hopefully the Dodgers could get, you know, a couple back. Man, there's crazy shit in sports. It's crazy. Yeah. Tomorrow, NBA season starts.
Yep.
So I hope my Lakers can get back on track because
yeah, we got the squad to do it.
Yeah, preseason didn't. I mean, but that doesn't say nothing. We know that as sports fans, but you know, obviously they didn't get a W in the preseason. But yeah, we're ready to just take the whole season on. Fuck it. Yesterday, man, or last night, it sucks because I had plans to check this shit out, but I ended up working a crazy shift.
Oh snap!
And I missed the verses.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna catch it tomorrow during the daytime.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna go watch that shit with Big Daddy Kane and the Blastmaster KRS-One, man. Shout out to them dudes for putting it down and showing, you know, the real showmanship of hip hop.
For sure, man.
You know what I mean? No, you know, rocking over verses and shit. Straight raw mic skills and entertainment value, all that shit, man.
I heard that he did. Big Daddy Kane did a song over a trap beat.
Oh yeah.
I heard he went a ham on a trap beat, and I heard it already, so I was like, damn, whatever, you know what I mean? But hey, man, he flipped it on that.
What's crazy is both of them being OGs in the game. Not only, you know, if you ever want to know how to rock a crowd, study their shows. I've got to see them both live before too, so I know what I'm saying. But
yeah,
the crowd control, the back and forth, the mic techniques to keep the whole show going live. A lot of things are in play, but they also keep their ear to the street and know what's going on now, so they know how to mix it in. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
That's crazy. Shout out to them dudes, though. Legends in the game right there. Rabbit Season Podcast. We'll get back to business on recording in the next week or so. We got some out that you could already see. I think we're up to episode like 15. We're making a couple kinks on the show. Nothing major, but just trying to get it to where we want to get it. And then, you know, we'll keep it flowing. But, you know, B-Side is here every single Monday night. Ads, commercial space, creative space, any of that stuff. We do got a studio here, man. Hit us up. We'll give you the rates and all that. If you're gonna hit us up and ask for free stuff, just wait a while on that because we're in no position for that right now, and we get plenty of that. So, but if you guys really want to do some business, hit us up. Follow and subscribe to our YouTube, all the stuff, all the platforms. We're on Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, IG, of course. So follow us, please. And then, of course, the B-Side shop in Covina, 130 Shoppers Lane. We got a lot of the new B-Side gear. We're going to get more soon. And then we have Cuff 'em clothing and Mental Status clothing in there that hold us down, man. So, dope shit, man. Hey, any stuff? You got some shows coming up.
Yeah, I got a couple shows.
With Shabazz.
I'm rocking with Shabazz on the 29th, man.
Yeah.
Double Edge Record Joe in the house, you know what I'm
Double
saying?
Edge, man.
My man Muggs in the house. Shout out to Muggs on the couch, rolling up a fat bleezy, you know what I'm saying?
Frankie OG setting off the fucking fog machine in here, man. Shout out to him. Hey, we're gonna get into this new video right here. This is pretty dope. I think this is the one that Evidence that they worked on, him and Evidence, but PA, the homie Planet Asia, man. This is the new video, 1984 right here. We're gonna check this out. We'll be right back with our first guest. It's the B-Side Show. Act like you know.
Pay the P like they used to say, flood boss. You might as well just get used to me, no love lost. If ever I'm under scrutiny, not the place for toxic waste, enough with the mutiny. Nowadays cats is emotional wackos, designer drug thugs off deodorized tobacco. Give me mines from the ground if we blazing fresh. Grab I mean I deal with no over manufactured flavors. Big fish in the big town. Michael dug in the crates and left the sample stripped down. Profound. My composition gave the competition only one choice. Quit now or skip town. Put your chips on this guaranteed get back. Pressing every foot in the game like yeah I'm with that. Line it up, this that. From the shoulder soldier throwing boulders make you feel like it's a motherfucking mismatch. Eagle eye spotted the worm. Flat iron on the player's fro, damn near be looking like a perm. On the best part settled. Fragile foes throw stones from glass houses that shatter and crash from one pebble. Levels, it's an Asiatic connection. Jabbar with the leg and arm advantage, it's a documentary. Rockin' moccasins and Bentley's got is complimentary. And as you can see, I'm in top condition. Rhyme henchman, with the skill I divide and conquer. All these Willy Wonka rapping ass clowns thinking they really awesome. You ain't really dope, you just on some. Tweakers are my pet peeve. Even though I serve the best D, I told my little bro, let's eat. My jacket costs a jet ski. 6'3", Nigerian Joe Pesci. Adding on like a plus lesson. Fuck stressing. My fate is in the barrel of a Smith & Wesson. This time with this rhyme, I did it for the essence.
You repeat this order, or I'll find somebody who will. Arrest this man and get him out of here. Under operating procedures governing the release under charge of music. Captain, please.
Pay the P like they used to say, flood boss. You might as well just get used to me, no love lost. If ever I'm under scrutiny, not the place for toxic waste, enough with the mutiny.
I ain't got no room in me, casa. I ain't got no room in me, casa. I ain't got no room in me, casa. I ain't got no room in me, casa.
What if I could fall away right into the dark? What if you ain't happy till the stopping of my heart? I live in what if. Yeah, I live in what if. I'm working on it. How are we the same? This was not my pick. I was chosen high, bro. You don't know a tick of the seconds of the time that it takes for a mind flow to break. I separate the party from the candles and the cake. I know the stakes, so I add more weight. I don't need my soul to be something on your plate. I don't have the time or believe in it. A plan for the leaving it. Watch me hit an orbit that you probably can't see and shit. You fucking with a fly guy. You stuck inside that box and I radiate from outside. And I don't know one thing about your freedom. I just see the signs and I read them. I'm claustrophobic. I'm really trying to own it. I need some space in this place so I can't control it. Yeah, I ain't got no room in me, casa.
I ain't got no room in me, casa.
Yeah, I ain't got no room in me, casa.
Yeah, I ain't got no room in me, casa.
Some days I feel chosen like a motion picture. I'm heaven sent to mask the pain inside the God's inflicted. Other days, blood drips down my arms, shirt weathered from the storm. In that moment, no, I'm nothing with you. Four corners in this room, it's a mess. I can't breathe, suffocated by anxiety, stress. I must leave, but I fear inside my mind it's a test. Trust me, but in the mirror cracks running across my face complex. Offset by the need for the touch, shit, the need for the need for the love. But only if that love is for me. Pride's got me feeling claustrophobic. Heart running, palms sweaty, but I'm really trying to own it. I'm really trying to fuck up these scenes. I hate these rappers, better than what most of you've seen. Fuck these actors. I've been underdog for just way too long. If somebody out here don't start singing my songs,
Claustrophobic. I'm really trying to own it. I need some space in this place so I can't control it. Yeah, I ain't got no room in me casa.
I ain't got no room in me casa.
Yeah, I ain't got no room in me casa.
Yeah, I ain't got no room in me casa.
Nah, I ain't got no room in me casa. Nah, son, even if there's ins in the outcome. How come you waited till we bubbled till you bounced up? We was in there shooting in the gym, you was clowning. Now it's hot at the top of your billboard. Biters gonna buy it, it's alright, we'll just build more. Filled more seats with that Run Rick movie than you did with your vid. Should've clicked up with me cause we did ours and cheersed our success like some bosses. Our beer, elephants in the room, it's a lager. Sorry, C-Ray, that's a little promo on a Lolo. A little product placement, but you cats already know though. I'm so woke, like I ate $50 worth of no-dos. I'm BLM, but them cats recognize I go for Dolo. I'm social, but still the type that might just pull a no-show. So please don't try to play me close, bro.
I'm claustrophobic.
I'm
really trying to own it.
You dig?
That's right, man. We're back. The B-side show, man. We just played a couple videos. The PA new one right there with Evidence, I believe, produced that joint, and then the new one with C-Ray. That's the homie, man. Platform Collection. Man, this dude, it's crazy because on my like memories or whatever on IG, like just yesterday, and it popped up when you were on the show, and it's been like 3 years or something like that. I didn't realize it's been that long, but doesn't seem like that long. But glad to have you back, brother. Go ahead and introduce yourself, man.
Well, you know, Sheriff from Shabazz The Disciple, Red Hook Houses, all right, Wu-Tang family, Sons of Man family, co-founder me and Priest,
original
right?
Sons of
what
Man.
What up, Fourth?
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, and it's cool to have you back. You know, also courtesy of our G-Man Mug 7 dude putting big shows together.
You already. That's my brother over there, man. My Chico, Kinko,
yeah.
Don Julio.
but you're here, man, for a cool minute, rocking some shows. You just did one.
Yeah, I just did one Saturday with Killer Priest. That was a reunion of. It just reminded me of like when I first met him, and then I said, I just did some shit last night with RZA. You gotta hear it. You gotta get on it. It was Diary of a Madman. So I went to the it's a record store, B Street downtown. It ain't there no more. You go downstairs, Vinyl Heaven, like liquor bars. So Priest and Dreddy was there. I was going to buy the 36 Chambers album. It had dropped. It was November, like the beginning, and the 3rd, I think, or the 9th, and I played the shit in the car. Priest jumped out the car like, I said, come to the studio with me and get on it. So I brought him to the studio that night. He got on it. He went after me, right after me. But then when RZA came, he's like, nah, he didn't want him on it. But I didn't understand it. Priest was already signed to Jizza, so they had a setup for him already. I didn't know that I was stepping on toes. I just knew he was ill, right?
And you were just going off vibes too.
I was just going on spirit. That's all I ride with.
That
so when he did his verse, RZA was like, nah, he can't be on the record. And we was like, nah, he's crazy, Prince Paul. So we had a vote. So it was 4-1. Ethan Ryman, the engineer, Prince Paul, Pedro, and me against, and RZA was the only one who said no. So he lost. That's probably the only loss he ever took in his life.
At least you handled it diplomatically, man.
Right, but it was all respect. It was all love. But then RZA said, you know what? He was respectful too. He said, you know what? All right, Priest, you can get on it. but I gotta go second. It's my record. So boom.
So
it just came out beautiful, man.
It brought them vibes back, getting them shows in like
Yeah,
that, man. And
but the only thing I wish we would have got to do some of the beginning of the Sons of Man and the DOA, because me and Priest was a group first, the Disciples of Armageddon, right? So right after Diary, RZA produced this track called Whole This Planet. Me and Priest did it, blew everybody mind, right? So we started recording our album, and I had Hellraiser with me all the time. That's my little brother from Red Hook. Little kid I wanted to keep out of trouble. He had Prodigal with him all the time, because when I got there, I met him with Prodigal in 60, and they was already there.
Okay.
So we was in the studio, we did like 9 songs. So I was like, yo, let's feature our family on some songs. Boom. At that time, Diary was #1 on the radio and everything. So we did it. We put Priest put Prodigal. I brought Razor. We all 4 did the song. We was like, oh shit, we got to do another one. So we did another one. We was like, yo, that's a new group. That's a fucking whole new group we started.
That's how it came about.
That's how it came about. And then Prodigal, we was throwing names around for the group in the air. Prodigal said Sons of Man. And we was like, hold up. That's it. And we stuck with that. So
and people know, the real heads know that shit, man. They know what
Right.
that means right there. That's some
right. So all them stories that's out there, I don't want to hear that. I'm tired of hearing that. They asking me questions I never even lived and seen.
You guys are all just, rocking a show together and stuff. Do you ever think you guys will get to do some of
that was what I see.
Oh, okay.
Listen, the reason why I wanted to get Razor and Prodigal involved with what me and Priest was doing, me and Priest was already set. He was signed to Jizza, I was with RZA. So we were solo, we came in solo from the rip. But we wanted to put our mans on. Instead of them being on tour with us just chilling, they got a mic in their hand too with us. So we was just trying to put our brothers on, like we, you know what I mean? And then we all go have some fun and do this shit together. So that's all it was.
I hope we can see, we'll see that eventually over on this side, I hope.
Yeah, it was only one time we got to do 5 Archangels together, but Priest wasn't there. We was in Atlanta at the warehouse. RZA was our DJ. Because I was with Penalty Records at the Gavin, and they was there. So we bumped heads, and we was like, yo, let's go. We all was at the same spots. So RZA was like, yo. Yep. I said, yo, you gonna DJ? It'll be dope. He DJ.
That's fucking badass. Hey, because I feel like it's getting back to, I don't think it was ever really, really lost, but I feel like it's getting back to that, how you said, going off vibes now. Like, not just, some people have one... Yeah.
Everything is spiritual.
Yeah, because some people have other things in mind, but it gets back to that real stuff is where it comes from. That's the music that's timeless and stuff like that. Is
just like last night with Big Daddy Kane and KRS-One.
Oh, shit. That's what I was just talking about. I gotta see it tomorrow. I missed it.
Yo, that was the after party of me show.
Okay.
I was at Germ crib.
Uh-huh.
He was like, we gotta go watch that.
He got
a 12-pack of Modelo. 12-pack of Modelo, and we sat back. We was watching football for a little while, and then when it was time, he kept checking, and then boom, it started. Boom. I was like, wow. And my man, because I used to go to DJ Scratch House in 205 Albany Projects.
Oh shit.
My man Barshier, big up Barshier. He used to bring me over there all the time. Like, he was trying to get me signed in 89, like 90, 91, because I was the best in Red Hook, and everybody knew it. But how I'm gonna get it? How I'm gonna get on? I don't know. I don't really know how to get on. I was just doing shows, grinding it out until somebody fucking hear me. So, he texted me. He's like, "Yo, I'm standing right now backstage with DJ Scratch." I said, "Tell him he got to do the shit he did in the crib. Friday the 13th. I'ma play Jason." He was doing that in the house in 91 to Big Daddy Kane record. So to see him DJing for Kane, I felt he was gonna do it. It was a perfect setup.
That's fucking hard. Now I'm gonna be looking for that part, because like I said,
my bad. I'm giving sport. That's a trailer.
No, I want to know that, because now I know. I mean, I already knew I couldn't miss it, but it was crazy. I had to work with crazy shit.
Trust me, it's every hip hop fan from the 90s, that is a reset button.
Yeah.
Period.
And you know
just
what?
like with me and Priest, that was a reset button for me and Priest also. Like everybody's in the group, all of these people know us, but when me and Priest get together, it's always like when we just left off. It just always happens. Something happens.
And you know, even through regular life, but a lot through music too. That happens a lot. People got to go on and do what's best for them at
Of course.
the time.
But we were solo artists from the beginning, like I said.
Yeah.
RZA was signing me directly. My cousin Freestyle from the Arsonist, you already know I love you, cuz he played my demo. His manager was Flipper, the manager of the Translator crew, which you know as the Fugees.
Yeah, well,
my cousin was going to be the fourth member of the Fugees.
When you just said the Translator crew, I remember the original logo.
The original, that's the Fugees.
Yeah.
He was running with them at that time, and their manager was Flipper. He was the #1 dancer in New York. Remember, dancers was popping. Scoop and Scrap. That's why Kane brought back out Scrap, because he went back to the original format. That's the 91, 92, like that. So, Freestyle played my tape for RZA, and here I am. Yeah. So, I had a family with me, too. Like, we was all a crew called the Mad Mob in Red Hook. Mentally armed and dangerous motherfuckers out of Brooklyn.
Damn.
Period. Mad Mob, right? And Supreme was the producer. Okay? Supreme the mechanic. There was no Sons of Man. There was the Mad Mob, right? So then when I met RZA, I already promised them, because when they killed my brother Ra in 90, I was on a mission. I said, I'm going to make it or I'm going to die trying. Y'all with me? I'm going head first now. No more negative, no more nothing, no more bagging and all of that. I'm done. So, Preem seen the look in my eyes. I was not playing. I was dead serious. So we put it together. How we put it together, I wanted to go around every block in Red Hook and get the dopest MC and battle him in front of him, in his house, in his kitchen, in the staircase by his door, by the hallway window, and I burnt everybody, but then I put the best ones down with us. Same way Biz Markie and Kane. Y'all don't know the history, how it happened.
Yeah. Well, it's slightly, but the Vapors video, they kind of show a little. I mean,
you don't know how they met.
Yeah. But
Kane was the illest battler. He was looking for the hungriest battler who everybody was, his name rung bells. They was like, yo, it's this dude named Biggs Markie. He be in Albee Square Mall. I don't think you could beat him. He's like, what? His cousin said, you could beat him. If you know you could beat him, you beat him already. He went to the Albee Square Mall looking for Biz Markie. He found him, burnt him. Biz said, yo, you rolling with me. I promise you, we gonna make it. And he did it. Right?
Hey, man.
So, it's like my story is the same in a way. Like, I put the crew together, but everybody went to jail. He became gang. You know, the youth in Red Hook went the wrong direction. I was going that direction, but I steered away from that direction because my whole family was the ones supplying and running that. So I made sure they didn't give certain people nothing.
Yeah.
Because I had another idea.
And and that you said that, and earlier you mentioned you were the dude who took, you would take a youngster along with you, especially when you see something in him.
Yeah, I saw
it the wrong way.
Yeah, exactly. So they used to see me coming running. You know what I'm saying? They're hearing shots, crazy shit happening. And I used to always have a meeting with them, like, yo, 7 o'clock on the bench in the park. And I used to build with Hellraiser, 7th, and Marlon. And just try to put jewels on them that don't go that route. They was 13 years old. When I brought Razor in, I told them, if I make it, I got y'all. When I get on, I got y'all. And then Freestyle called me with RZA, and I was like, I got it. So I got Hellraiser on those records. He was 15 years old, or 16 on 5 Archangels. You can hear his young voice. You can hear it if you listen to the record. But now he developed himself, you know what I mean? Because he was in the right hands. The spirit is all spiritual. You put the right spirit out there, it's gonna gravitate and resonate with who the Most High choose, and we gonna lock in.
So originally, with the battle style and mentality that it originated from, what hip hop was built on originally, anyways.
Yeah.
Your writing style. Where did that come from? Did it develop?
Came from the Most High, and I'm still battling.
I like
I'm
that.
fighting and battling demons. I'm fighting wickedness and demons because the hip hop has. It's like it has the influence to shape and mold how the hood turns out, and the people who run the game, they know that now, so they're using it as a weapon to destroy us. That's why I'm here. It's not gonna happen.
Yeah, and then there's a lot
balance.
There's the balance, and you know what's great? They don't get enough credit for it a lot, but the youth, they do dig and they do find they find their truth.
That's because they're parents.
Yeah, they don't just go to, there's obviously people hear what's on the radio all the time, constantly, but there's a lot of youngsters I run across, man. They know their shit, man. They know their hip hop.
You're right. I'm gonna give you an example. About 2 weeks before I flew out here, a little kid, I don't know where the hell he was from, Europe, sent me on Facebook a picture, a Gravedigger and a Shabazz STD tattoo. You 13 years old. Bear Witness came out in '94. You was just a thought in your father's head.
Maybe not even the thought yet.
You was just a thought. You didn't even make it to the sperm cell and to your mother, and you just was a thought. You see that? And they like, you my favorite rapper of all times. How the hell is that? That's because their parents. Their parents are preserving the culture in their house, in their household. I grew up in a household. My mother and father was DJing. My mother introduced me to hip hop. My mother, Brenda Hughes.
That's
man, that lady right there is, man, she got bars. She was Tanyik Allah. To Asia Tanyik Allah.
So
she had mathematics when I was a kid.
So you were already raised.
I was already wrapped in the right. You know what I mean? It's like my saddlecloth was Hebrew scrolls already.
Hey man, speaking much knowledge, man. Make sure. And there's a lot of like I said, I'm giving props to the youngsters that do their homework, whether they learn from an uncle, their parents, whatever. But they really
very
dig the
important
culture, man. Yeah, and they still might like their new music and stuff, but they dig.
Yeah, I mean, I fuck with all of it. Like an artist, like a perfect example is Busta Rhymes. I always use this as an example. As I combine all the juice from the mind, heal up, right? But then look at me now. He could bang with them today. He's all the way across the board, every era.
I feel like E40's like that too, man.
That's another one.
Yeah, E40.
Man. He's just works every generation. He can work, right? And those the people who grew up listening to them from the beginning are playing that music around the house. So their kids are growing up with it too. That's why you got little kids and they still having kids because they, if they last kid knows about it because they still playing it around the house. Like y'all playing this right now. Yeah. That's y'all them parents who's playing it around. You're introducing it to your kids.
And then they want to go play that one and then they don't know what it's
called.
Then
they introduce it. They introduce it to their friends. And they my dad played that. What's the name? Oh yeah. And then now it's boom. Now they're a fan. That's how it goes, man. The DJ is the most important element. The DJ was always the most important element because
hell yeah.
He plays the record. Like if you got a local DJ who rocks all the parties in the hood, plugging up the amps, plugging up the generators to the light pole. I did all of that. I carried crates. I did everything. I come from the beginning. My Uncle Younger Nut.
I've done my roadie days too, man. You know what? And the thing is, DJ started the culture, man.
Period. So they always had a dope MC that they knew around the hood. And they would just drop his joint. You know what I'm saying? And he got them here now. See that? He would play their tape. Yo, I got this new shit from my mans. And he'll let them perform. Like Red Hook Day, you couldn't get behind the ropes with the MCs unless you was dope. I was the youngest one back there killing the old OGs.
That's right, man.
But no, respectfully. They because I learned from the best. And then you had Rakim, KRS-One, Slick Rick, all of them on the TV. But I had them in my hood before they came on. So it was just,
Big Daddy Kane, man, is one of my all-time favorite. All-time, man.
Facts. I wish Coogee Rap would have came out. Hey. That place would... Look at this. You see the spirit?
Yeah, he got it right on time, too.
Watch, it's getting ready. You got it, right, John?
Yeah.
It's about to get real biblical movie.
Hey, bro, but
you can't make this
original what? Symphony and shit
Yeah,
like
if
that.
he would have came out,
he should have brought.
If he would have came out, that place would have erupted. Would have erupted. Trust me.
So you
listen. Brazilda is killing them, right? But Ray and Ghost, right? Baz, Crime Sagas, Organized Wrong, Marciano. That style always gonna win. They're the new version of the upgrade of that. You know what I mean? Formula. But Coogee Rap is the gutterest of that formula.
Oh, and he's the one that everybody says still
He's
is
the gutter. He's still good. He's like a Busta Rhymes again.
Yeah,
he's could bang with them today.
Hey, speaking of that, Busta was saying something like, "Who's gonna be on his verse?" Before we get in, we'll play a video real quick because we got a couple more things to talk
doubt.
about.
We're gonna build.
Who's gonna battle Busta Rhymes in that verse?
Some people were saying Eminem. I'm like, he will destroy him. You know why?
Yeah.
Because Eminem don't apply to the hood. Busta got them big party records. Big.
Okay.
Hey,
that's.
I'm not gonna disagree. I'm not gonna argue with him. Exactly. I'm not gonna argue with that. I never heard that, and that's deep.
That's crazy. Deep. Oh, for those that didn't hear, Joaquin. Hey, don't forget your mic, G. Hey, Joaquin.
Yo, you know who's the best
right there.
You know who's the best alive battle for Busta Rhymes? E40. You just said it earlier. That's the best battle. That's the best verses. I just caught it. It's E40
that is it.
and Busta Rhymes.
E40 didn't do one yet, did he?
Crazy.
Did he do one yet?
Crazy.
Oh, with
He
Too
did
Short.
Damn.
Oh yeah, because but that would be a good one though. You're right.
And plus, it'll get rid of this East-West myth.
Oh yeah.
That shit is all fake.
Yeah.
That's media shit.
Well, you know what? And I thought DMX and Snoop did a good
That
job.
was
of
dope.
too.
The Dogs.
Yeah.
That I watched that.
Oh,
that's the only verses I seen before. And I saw the RZA and Primo. I had to watch that because them beats. I was freestyling. I was having fun with them.
Tomorrow I'm putting on surround sound and watching that joint, man. I missed it yesterday, but hey, check it. We'll play a quick video real quick.
Shout out to Jeremy Mack, Sister Asia, all the brethren.
Oh, getting
Mugs.
some
You already know.
behind-the-scene footage too, man. We're back. We're in here, man. Hip hop shit. But,
Iron Sheik.
We'll be. Oh, shout out to Iron Sheik, man.
What's
That's
good,
the homie
brethren?
right there. Can't wait to have him back, but he's busy in the studio, man.
He's supposed to be here with us, but he working.
Oh, what do we got
He
on
working.
that? Oh,
Fourth Disciple, once
I forgot. Yeah. Shout out to the homie Fourth Disciple too. Hey, you know what? Sister Asia, now she got her Wu-Tang jacket on. She's been rocking vintage jackets the last couple weeks.
Joaquin.
Fly shit. Yeah. Hey, we'll be right back after this. Shabazz, man. Thank you, man. We'll be right back.
Okay. I understand you guys are pleading insanity, claiming demonic spirits possess you to do these hideous murders. Can you please explain to this court how these so-called spirits made you into these raving madmen?
Bear witness as I exercise my exorcism. The evil that lurks within, the sin, the terrorism. Possessed by evil spirits, voices from the dead. I come forth with grave diggers in a head full of dread. I've been examined ever since I was semen. They took a sonogram and seen the image of a demon. At birth, nurses surrounded me with needles and drugged me all up with the diseases of evil. Grew up in hell, now I dwell in an Islamic temple. I'm fighting a holy war in the mental. Look deep in my eyes, you see visions of death. Possessed by homicide is what I am obsessed. Giving niggas brain dimples. Dragging their asses on my hook by their temples. The cause of death is unknown to the cops. Cause when I kill them, I'm not leaving one element, two or tops. First I'll assassinate him, and then I cremate him. Then take all of his fucking ashes and evaporate him. Or creep through the graveyard and hunt down your tombstone. Dig up your skeleton and stomp all your fucking bones. You try to haunt me, nigga, I ain't trying to hear it. Buck, 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 I give your ass a Holy Spirit.
Can you please explain to this court when these problems first began?
The year 84, November, day 10. Overwhelmed by the wicked inspirations of an evil gen. I realized my ideas has born for 400 years of blood, sweat, and tears. I saw the torture, brutal murder of my father. So my brain became stained with the horror. I'm having reoccurring nightmares of being soaking wet, strapped down to the electric chair. I got tackled with handcuffs and shackles and restrained in the bottom of a holy tabernacle. They gave me nothing to eat for 2 weeks and so my eyelids open so I couldn't sleep. About to die from thirst, that's when the minister quenched my jaws with a cold glass of vinegar. Upon my wounds, they seasoned me with salt and knelt my hands and feet to the form of a cross. Ah! I cried as the blood dripped inside of my eye, refusing to die. Visions of hell tormented my fate, so I chewed my fucking arm off and made an escape.
No way, goddammit. Fuck this shit. Goddamn. I don't believe this shit. Oh no. Oh no. Me mataron mi amigo. Yo la gran puta esos pendejos. Me mataron mi amigo. ¿Qué voy a hacer, carajo?
Calm down, people. Please calm down. Let us please proceed with the defendant's explanation.
Into the realms of understanding and take good heed, and you could bleed while I'm scanning. 3 stages of pure hell, 60 cages of red cells. Shh, raindrops hiss the pales. Path is dull and narrow. You stalked by a shadow. I pierced your skull with a fucking arrow. So narrow, only one could enter at a time. Stuck in the center, read the signs. 1,000 doors to choose. You better hurry, don't stop. Shit is getting hot as a pot of curry. On your right side, there's fire. Your left, deep waters. Watch your step, there's deep waters. What's that coming through the floor? Is a claw. Took his fucking ass to the fucking core. Stroll through the dark conditions. I stone you till I see sparks and frictions. I chop you like a coal miner. Then combine the drug and mix it with your blood. Some more, I give you some more and watch you crawl. Guts hit the floor, worms exit your pores. I trick you, then I'm quick to syringe deep between my thoughts and bust out your skin. You scream, portraits of inflictable pain. You can't stand, you're up to your hands in quicksand. You're sinking and sinking deep into the earth. Thoughts was possessed since the first day of birth. My mental says it's my turn to possess the matter. Stab you with a dagger up Jacob's ladder. Thoughts become shattered, confused and tragic. Fiery thoughts of grave diggers.
Guilty. Next case.
And we're back, man. Shabazz the Disciple, man. It's
What
been,
up, what up?
It's
Wings
been
up.
dope hearing all the some of the stories, but as
Yeah.
well as what's going on now too. But you had another one you wanted to talk
Yeah.
about.
This is important too. Like, it's another spoiler or trailer from the Big Daddy Kane and KRS.
It's all good,
right? So Kane, Chris brought out the breakers, and I was like, he won, because there's 5 elements. He brought out all except Germ said it. He just didn't bring out the
graffiti.
The graffiti.
Yeah.
I said that wall behind the DJs.
And KRS used to talk about that a lot in their original
I said, damn, that
song.
wall behind scratching them look like it's a graffiti wall. They might come out.
You were already looking.
You know what's crazy? While we was watching the show, we was saying everything, and then they did it right after we said it. Everything, the whole show, it was crazy. We was prophesying the show while watching it. That shit was crazy.
So that means it was good.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
now, but the best, like one of the greatest moments when Kane brought out Roxanne Shante, right? He brought her out, and then she broke down like I'm breaking it down right now. She said, oh, and Kane said, let me explain. A lot of times in this music business, it's a guy who puts you on. She put the whole Juice Crew on.
That's what you were getting out. Okay.
Bismarcky on, Cool G Rap, me, everybody on. First it was MC Shan. She put him on. Nas. She brought Nas to Marley Marl. I saw that in her movie.
Oh,
She put the whole
movie.
Queensbridge
Yeah.
on. It was Roxanne Shante. So I respect her. You know why? Because it's important. When you do something to help somebody get to another level or put them in position to become better and get their kids and their family in a better situation, that's out of love. I don't want nothing back. I just want to take it to the Grammy so I could cry and say, you did it.
And especially her struggle was hard enough.
They gave her flowers. Kane was like, yo, we thank you. That's all we do it for. Just thank you. Not the fucking other shit. Just thank you. Can I get a thank you?
I'm glad.
Damn.
I'm glad you said that shit, man. Because and then especially even being a female, she had to go through her own stuff to get to where she was
female
at.
rappers wasn't getting popping.
Oh,
Run
she earned her
DMC came, Salt and Pepper was the Run DMC females. It worked. Long as Run DMC was popping, Salt and Pepper worked. But the females always had a harder time. It's a male-dominated industry. So
for her to put on like big dogs like
she put
that's
most
crazy.
of our favorites on. G-Rap, all of them. Biz Markie, Shan, she put all of them on. Even Nas. She brought Nas to Marley Marl.
That's crazy shit right there. You're hearing it from
And Rakim, remember he was in Marley Marl's crib. He sat on the couch and did Check Out My Melody. Shan was supposed to do the record because Rakim was like, I don't like, they was like, nah, it's too slow. That shit is too slow. We don't. Back then, up tempo was winning. Jump around, right? But they was like, Marley Marl was like, nah, he doing something different. Hold up. And then it worked. Look out, Check Out My Melody.
And see, but that's the thing to the producers too, man. They know
That's
dudes
right.
like
And
Rhymestone
producers
and
were DJs. The best Primo, DJ Primo. I be doing shows with him in Paris, France. He's the king. He's crazy. They love him as a DJ. He get his MP, he get his machine up there and make the beat that y'all love, and then he goes on the beat.
Hey, and you know what? And real quick, I want to say, like Primo, Kid Capri, my homie OG Tony G,
Yes, sir.
man, West Coast over here, man. But these DJs, they've been doing this shit a long time,
They the most
producing,
important
DJing,
ones, man.
but still
They play the
relevant
record.
in
They
everything
play the
they
records.
doing, man.
They let
Man.
they let the crowd know who's the next nigga from the hood that's
man.
got that shit, and they push him on, and that gives him confidence. And he just goes, it's levels. You got to keep going. Start doing shows, and the DJ behind you. Yo, that shit is hot. Yo, I got another show tomorrow. Come with me. Be my MC. Come around. I'm going to put you on the bill. Run around with me. Right? That's how it goes. It's always the DJ. My uncle, Younger Nut, used to play music. I was 13, 12 years old. We used to have bunk beds in the same room. And he used to put the speaker in the window, and it'd be a crowd outside, and I'm a little kid like, what the fuck just happened? Then he had all the MCs come up in my room. I'm on the bed with my pajamas like, what the I was wired. Like I had IV in both arms, wired up. And then one day he said, here. And I ain't never shut up, because he knew I've been through a lot young. And he's like, yo, you way ahead, here. Gave me my first mic, and that was it.
So he already knew what
He already knew.
Yeah, like
Younger Nut.
producers do, man.
Love, yeah.
Hey,
And he make beats too.
Thank you for spitting jewels
That's right.
with us, man. But I wanted to ask you too. Let them know also what's current, what you got, what you're
Yeah,
working
so basically
on.
right
You
now,
got some gear, I know
yes,
as well.
yes, we got the t-shirts. ShabazZTheDisciple.com. Germ, right? My man Germ is, that's my director right there. You know what I mean? We got the DVD, The Prophet Sees, because the prophecies are what you're seeing, but the prophet is the one who sees them. It tells you before it happened, because prophesy means before, say it before it happened. You gotta see it though. The Most High gotta anoint your eyes with the salve for you to see it.
Mad jewels right now, man.
Right?
I'm telling
So
you.
that's my director right there, man. That's my number one, man. You know what I mean? It's my brother, man. And I got some recordings to do. We're gonna wrap up. We're gonna go to Las Vegas, you know what I'm saying, and wrap up this DVD and these video shoots. And we're gonna come back and I'm gonna build with Prodigal. I wanna see my brother again.
Nice.
And Bandana Wings, the EP, I got the artwork and all that. It's ready to go, right? My partner from Sweden, he just had an operation. Today I spoke to him. He's just in recovery. So right now I'm gonna let him heal up.
Is that the one who produced the joint?
No. He's the label.
I
you know
got
what I
you.
mean?
Okay.
And he's in recovery right now. So we're gonna press up the vinyl and the CDs and all of that. I'm just letting. I told him, don't worry about what we doing. Your health is first. We'll get back to that, right? So yeah, me and Fourth got something. You know what I mean? We gotta fix it up. You know what I mean? We gotta link up. I might have to go to Ohio before the vax is mandated on the in the U.S. domestics.
Yeah.
Cause that's my favorite producer, man.
Okay.
Period. And Kanye and all of them and Just Blaze, I heard it out of both of their mouth. They love Fourth, man. So that's why Kanye's doing Ghost album, cause it's like getting Fourth to do the album.
That's crazy. You said
But
that,
I guess he's a billionaire. He's popping right now. I don't know. But I'm with Fourth. You know what I mean? The underground, dirty, real. You know what I mean? The soul shit.
A few people heard of him. It's okay. That don't matter.
And tomorrow I gotta go get with Iron Sheik. We got a new single, Death Be the Penalty 2.
And shout out to Iron Sheik.
We're
man.
gonna
That's
shoot the
homie,
video.
man.
Germ gonna shoot the video while I'm here.
Okay.
That's why we extended the trip, you know what I mean? So I could get all of the work done.
You're putting in mad work while you're
Yeah,
here.
work,
though.
son.
It's
Even more,
productive.
I'm forgetting certain shit. Like I'm just getting to the priority.
Shows,
you know what I'm saying?
studio
Yeah, I got
sessions,
studio,
videos.
even No Name. You know what I mean? He's like, yo, when we did the show, he's like, yo, you welcome here to record. You don't got to pay. You know what I mean? So I'm about to go in there too. So
thank you.
I got some bangers I got to do to wrap up the soundtrack for our DVD.
Uh-huh.
And then, you know, I got Gotham City, another EP. I'm making an album because it's like too many songs, man. I got Thug Bible, my real solo debut. My album never came out yet. Don't get it fucked up. I just been giving y'all all derbs. The real album coming? Y'all ain't ready. The world got to catch up to that. But you see all of it. You see the ships stuck at the port.
Yeah.
You see the shelves empty. All of that. I've been talking about that. It's here. Y'all got to get the Most High is making my marketing plan. He's getting y'all ready to hear me.
Hey, timing's everything.
It wasn't my time. It was RZA's time.
Hey.
And I'm thankful that he gave me a shot on Gravediggers. We were supposed to keep going. It just didn't work out. That's just how it goes. And I say this to Red Hook houses. Everything I did was to give Red Hook a positive light. Because they know it for the negative. The murder, the $1 million a day shit. I want to show y'all, even if I don't make it further, I don't care about that. I just want y'all to know you could do it. I proved it.
Red Hook, man, he's putting it there, man, telling you what it is. And you know, man, shout out to that original Gravedigger album too, man. That was like a game changer as well. Like
the game never changed, only the players.
Yeah.
I'm just playing.
But hey, thank you for
yeah, man. Yo, gracias to the B-sides.
Thank you.
Y'all always show me love as soon as I touch down. And you know what's crazy?
Sister Asia.
Last week, you had me with her. Yeah, I made a mistake.
Oh,
but look, I'm with her.
Yeah,
There's no mistake.
She's still here.
Make no mistakes. Don't get it fucked up.
We got the date wrong when he's in town, but
Sister Asia.
But you know what?
That's family right
Sister
there.
Asia, she's been coming and kicking it with us, man. We're gonna give her a key to the front door. And
the love we got for her, she's like Papa Wu, but the female. Yeah. She's the mother of the,
That's
Killer Bees,
big
especially.
talk right there, man.
So,
Sister Asia in the
respect.
house with the Shabazz The Disciple.
That's right.
Thank you for coming through,
It
my
wasn't
brother.
a mistake. We here. It's Monday. We here. He just had the date wrong.
It's
She's
still
here
a
again.
Monday. Ooh, it's still a Monday.
That's right. It's Monday.
Like she was saying, though, this is part of where
Shout out to all the artists that's getting ready to rock.
Coming and
shout out to the DJ. That road to the riches was spiritual. That was the spirit.
Joaquin Daniels kicked that one in right on
Yes, sir.
time, man. That was real.
Yes.
Hey, man, real talk right here. This is our hip hop
Yes, sir.
dojo. We get our vibes right
Always.
here
Every
week.
time I come to LA, I'm making sure we try to get up. You know what I mean?
And you know what?
Yes.
And that's the thing too. Whenever you do come, let's make it fully productive.
Say no more.
Just like you did,
I might come with some friends.
Yeah.
After Biden get out of office, because this mandate getting ready to lock us in cities.
Oh, and and then it's like different every town you go to.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
now it's hard to travel right.
Don't take the vaccine, man. I'm telling you, man. That is destroying your VMAT2, which is your guard gene, your pineal gland, the spiritual information from the heavens directly to you. It cuts it off. So you're going to be gang on demon time. When they turn on the 5G towers, you're going to be doing the Harlem. You're done, son. I'm telling you.
Hey, words from Shabazz The Disciple, man. This is the B-side show. You're going to get it like that. We'll be right back after this video with our next guest.
Fuck 'em.
Yashawan. Treasures of wickedness profit nothing. It don't exempt us on the day of judgment. I won't be bought out, I'll never bow a nail. Even in his courthouse, I'll never take the deal. I'll keep the zeal until the prophecies fulfill. King of Israel, it's why I drop shell. I won't be bought out, I'll never bow a nail. Even in his courthouse, I'll never take the deal. Keep opening sales until the prophecies fulfill. King of Israel, it's why I drop shell. Cast stones when you got the brass tone and woolly hair. The king in times of prayer. Go ahead and prosecute me, I just illuminate the tale. Go ahead and rush my cell with stun shields and riot gear. The next attack will be domestic. The scapegoat will be Ishmael. Martial law will be declared to kill the children of Israel. Cry for loud unto the Lord, he knows thy pain. Watch the earth tremble, heavens drop and clouds rain. It was for us he came, his same blood is in our veins. In the midst of the great wrath of Satan, he'll intervene. In the day of Jacob's trouble, God will rouse up the lions. We shall wash our feet in their blood while we in Zion. The children of Israel will never be forsaken, except the chip, and that's the seal of Satan. I won't be bought out, I'll never bow a nail. Even in his courthouse, I'll never take the deal. I'll keep this hill until the prophecies fulfill. King of Israel, it's why I not drop shell. I won't be bought out, I'll never bow a nail. Even in his courthouse, I'll never take the deal. Keep opening sales until the prophecies fulfill. King of Israel, it's why I not drop shell. Escaped the house of Pharaoh, walked the sands for many years. Survived all Ramsey's arrows, thanks to the man upstairs. Came back with 2 albums carved in red granite. Upon my return, I seen they all broke God's commandments. They then got them worshiping the golden calf. All these skull and bone labels that made a cobra out of my staff. Thou shalt not build false gods or worship idols. They sell the noise of revelry, the most adulterous recitals. All the award shows are idolatry. Women get honored for their savagery, and women for their harlotry. In all their music videos, lesbian and whores. We got the nerves to think in Lord and Savior for the award. Woe to all them harlots who turn their back on the Lord. Their garments shall turn scarlet from the edge of the sword. I give a fuck about a Grammy or an Oscar. I speak the tongue of Messiah, coming from a higher chakra. You slander Chewbacca, then they try to Tupac ya. But no weapon formed against the righteous shall prosper. The eyes of the Lord are upon this kingdom of order. Prophets reincarnate, same spirit as those before them. King David on a throne beside the king. Watch me slay Goliath with a stone inside a sling. See me on stage with a band of angels. Bandana man of red wine, denied the swine from the king's table. Fuck trying to sign to the king's label. For bling they can't enable. They're all under the wings of his hazel. They already chipped your favorite rappers and actors. I'd rather be beheaded for the word of God like John the Baptist. I won't be bought out, I'll never bow a nail. Even in his courthouse, I'll never take the deal. I'll keep this hill until the prophecies fulfill. King of Israel, it's why I not drop shell. I won't be bought out, I'll never bow a nail. Even in his courthouse, I'll never take the deal. Keep opening sales until the prophecies fulfill. King of Israel, it's why I not drop shell.
Yeah, nigga, them lows came in yet? Yeah? You know me, nigga, just at the trap. Getting that shit in.
Inhale! Somebody at the door for you.
Who the fuck is that? Who the fuck? Oh, what's up, my nigga? Oh, man, I'm happy to see you, man. Come on down. Okay, who up?
Like cupping and shit?
Yeah, man. Yeah, my niggas programming out here. That's what I'm talking about.
Still got it, man.
Man, nigga, I never don't got it, man. Hold this. I never don't got it, nigga.
Nah, nigga, it's nothing. The type to drink a bitch who used to fucking for something. How fucking disgusting. A real dog love it. She know just how I'm coming. Gave her new game to run with. Only time can tell if you living well. That's when it all prevail. Just trying to find herself in a cold-hearted world. And plus, she's a nasty girl. I didn't seen worse. Fucking for the rent on the first. Mama problems, daddy's angel, so we don't let her hurt. I learned, homie, it only get worse. Why worry? Run it up, be out in a hurry. If I can, you gotta play it safe. I love all my bitches the same. I gotta play it safe. Boy, you better get low when I aim. You gotta play it safe. My bitch leave me, man, it's okay. Cause I gotta play it safe. My nigga get the sparking and not every bitch come with that nonsense. You gotta choose wisely, the game could really knock. I done seen many niggas get ran for they pride. My bitch, she got it, the type to run pocket. West Coast shit, she fuck with hydraulics. You know I keep a pole wherever I go. I say it in every song. Been in this shit so long, but many hoes, they all just play they role. She wanna take it slow, that's not how I roll. I gotta hit the flow. I got my gun if I can. You gotta play it safe. I love all my bitches the same. I gotta play it safe. Boy, you better get low when I aim. You gotta play it safe. My bitch leave me, man, it's okay. Cause I gotta play it safe.
Yeah, nigga, them lows came in yet? Yeah? You know me, nigga, just at the trap. Get that shit in.
Inhale! Somebody at the door for you.
Who the fuck is that? Who the fuck? Oh, what's up, my nigga? Oh, man, I'm happy to see you, man. Come on down. Okay, who up?
Like cupping and shit?
Yeah, man. Yeah, my niggas programming out here. That's what I'm talking about.
Still got it, man.
Man, nigga, I never don't got it, man. Hold this. I never don't got it, nigga.
Wow. Ay, papá. Yup.
I recall pulling up in 2nd grade with the Wolverine boots. They was laughing at me because I couldn't afford Timbs. I was fucked up. I recall pulling up in 4th grade with the moccasins I got in Columbia. They wasn't Clarks, but they was Wallabies. Started calling me John Smith and that motherfucker. But now we rockin' with the motherfucking Soul Assassins. Imagine that. Whoa, whoa. I wake up feeling unstoppable. Get in the drop and drop the top even though I'm legitimately bronchial. That's probably irresponsible. I am. Said I wake up feeling unstoppable. Drop the top even though I'm legitimately bronchial. Ay, ay, ay. Whoa. The bullet tips match the Franks. Got lames bragging about their aim, but ain't pop shit since people was using aim. You delusional or deranged. Those just empty threats to save face. We been in the same place, you ain't even say hey. With that Fugazi name like you weighed weight, you wouldn't spray Glade. No. We count pesos in Monterrey and live for the day. Cause life is uncertain like your 401k. So relax and just let the record play. You need to relax. For the record, you can't deny my heritage or try to segregate. Tengo más cultura en una de mis uñas than any one of these underground featherweights. You looking at Helter Skelter on the tape with the melt your face lingo. I'm getting mines, might fly to San Miniato or Santo Domingo. Yeah, I might. I'm popping bottles, but not to drown my sorrows. Nah, I came to celebrate. The anecdotes I put in the note gave hope to my homie and his cellmate. Next time I see him, I'ma give him a loaf. Not cause I owe him, he just held up his end of the oath. And his baby mother ain't been picking up the phone. Funky bitch. Shit's cold, you probably get the chills, just imagine it. Me, I had balance, I went to college and had krills in the cabinet. I was still figuring out about my talent then. Unsure of myself, but the homies was adamant, so I kept at it with dedication. Okay. They swore I hit the earth like a comet or must have fell out of a spaceship. Nah. It was persistence, practice, preparation, and some patience. That's it. It took forever and a day. Now even when my skies is gray, I find a way to shine. Hold paper like a staple off my radiant and grateful mind. Wow. It took forever and a day. Now even when my skies is gray, I find a way to shine. Wow. I'm shining. Yeah. It took forever and a day. Now even when my skies is gray, I find a way to shine. Shine. I'ma keep it a buck with you. Sometimes I wake up and I go, shit, I'm Crime Apple. Say that. This is lit. I be forgetting, man. I be forgetting. I be forgetting. You see me shining, boy. Fuck out of here. You crazy? You throwing salt. We talking this and that. Motherfuckers got funny money. Throw my stupid. Throw my fuck out of here.
Yeah, man, we're back in here, man. B-side show every single Monday night with the livest artists, producers, DJs, everything coming through this motherfucker, man. We're doing it. We ain't going nowhere, and we're here. Go ahead and introduce yourself, my brother.
Doing it swell.
Yeah.
We hella swell in here. Highly swell.
We're feeling good.
I am your boy, DJ Seedless, a.k.a. Seedless, a.k.a. Seed, a.k.a. Young Seed, a.k.a. Wujo the Sun, the Bad Doctor, and 20 million other rap names I tried to come up with before one stuck or stank.
Is that how Seedless came about?
Nah, slanging some bud. It was just like, I couldn't drop it. And I was like, well, that's what you want in a name, some people can remember.
Yeah, you know, it's better than probably being, if you were used to slang and your name was Seedy. Like, oh, this guy, he had the bud with all the seeds in it.
You know, it probably could have gone that way, and it was like the thing. Like, I had a pack, and I had like been pushing packs, and I got legit. The dudes were, and it was outdoors packs, and I was coming through with outdoor packs with no seeds, and Cats was just like, "Yo, where the fuck are you getting this shit?" But I had the plug in Humboldt, you know. I had the plugs in Humboldt, so I was lucky. I was blessed, you know.
That's right, man. Hey, man, we're here, man. Seedless is here. I remember, I mean, still obviously, but I would always see like flyers. Somehow you were on there spinning for somebody doing a set. Man. But you've been rocking a lot of shows, man, doing your thing.
I don't know how, I snuck on a lot of shows. Just recently, for example, I got to DJ for my homie Criminal. Shouts out to the Criminal with Style. And we opened up for DJ Quick and Corrupt.
That's crazy.
So
right there.
I'm like, dang, once again, just outdoing myself and just in another place where I would never expect to be. But I killed it. I murked it. I was probably the only DJ that scratched the whole night. So I got to really like tear it down on some scratching and And it was just fun, nice crowd, good venue, great sound.
Is that again, because we were talking about vibes earlier, man, is that those are the best? Like, why I'm a hip-hop head, part of the reason is just being at venues and live shows and slapping hands with people and that feel the same way as you about music, and it changes our perspective. Sometimes it changes our day when we're having a bad one, but is that what got you into it? Is the vibe part of it? I mean, how'd you start originally in producing and DJing and stuff?
Well, I come from a family of musicians, like third generation. My grandma, she was like a pretty big singer from Spain, actually. And she sang in the opera company in Paris, in the Opera Carmen, if you guys ever heard of that.
That's crazy, dog. Yeah.
She was pretty big, and then she actually got into a scandal, and she got banned from singing in Europe, and that's how she had to come to America. And then my mom had a band, so I grew up seeing her band, not quite as successful as my grandmother, unfortunately, but, I used to be, as a kid, going to all the venues, the Whiskey and the Roxy and the Coconut and the Sid and El Rey and all these, my mom's was always doing shows. She was always working the scene, like she was an independent in an indie band, and it's
all those
it's
places. Like, it sucks because a lot of those OG spots like are not around anymore, but some of them are still. But it's crazy because it's like the essence of I don't want to say hip hop music in the LA scene. There's been rock bands in those venues, hip hop bands in those venues. It's crazy. A lot of history in those spots, man. That's
everything.
Yeah, man, that's crazy you said that. Hey, so let's talk about it, man. You the new project, bro.
Oh
yeah. This is something you've been working on, to put your name.
Oh my gosh.
Let them know your name on the map and all that stuff. But speak on the project, brother.
So for cats who haven't heard, it's called Nerd Gang. The Nerd Gang, the infamous. It was something we worked on this project on and off for about 10 years. In terms of the first song, if you go and look through the songs, there's a song on there that was recorded 10 years ago. And I kind of have the majority of the album was maybe in the last 8 years. But there was one that was 10 years ago. I recorded in the East Coast in my homie's hallway in his house. And I was kind of when I was going through all the tracks I had done with the producer, because it was sort of I wanted to do a project with all one producer. And I was like, man, I gotta throw this on because this is the first song we really had ever done together. And then really originally it was supposed to be another album. The album was gonna be called The Work Crew, and it was an album with myself and Darkside and the homie Terrible Calm. But Darkside had, if you guys know, Darkside, rest in peace, had passed away while we were sort of working on that album. And I just couldn't let the tracks fall by the wayside. And sort of I didn't have enough together to be I'm going to put out a posthumous album and not feel like it was flat. So I was like, what I need to do is sort of reinvent this album and reinvent some of these songs and reinvent this energy and figure out how I can transmutate it into something that's still going to be current and relevant. And especially for Darkside, I wanted to put out those songs so cats could hear those verses. Because, really, to me, the two dopest verses on the whole album maybe is his verse.
I was going to say is not only, the energy, but bringing back that essence of you guys working together too, but keeping his energy in there. And that's dope. And then you put a whole album together around that. Yeah. That had to be real good energy.
It was great. Darkside and I went to high school together. So he's several years older than I am. And he was sort of the dude that I really looked up to before I kind of got brave to go on a microphone. He was just he would tear up every cypher in Highland Park. He would be everywhere in Eagle Rock. He was just that dude. When nobody else was rapping, Darkside was already rapping. It was what it was, I asked him even when we finally started working together and we became friends. I was like, well, who's the first guy you saw rapping? Because you were the first guy I saw rapping. And he told me Playboy Eddie. If you guys know Playboy Eddie, and he was the first guy that he ever saw rapping. So I was like, wow, it made sense taking it back to the history. And if you know Northeast LA and Highland Park in particular, there's a lot of history of hip hop and not just rapping, but of course with graffiti art, a tremendous history there.
Yeah, big influence there on that end as well. But it's crazy because the different areas, even us being here in SGV, a lot of artists get overlooked maybe or don't get the shine, and it's good to put a particular area in perspective and go, I don't know if you knew, but this guy originated here and shit like that, man. There's a lot of history going on, man. hip hop's real, man. It's ain't going nowhere.
Shouts out to fucking Haywire, fucking Cola Crew in the building. You already know what it is. So it's like same thing. When I came back, I had lived on the East Coast for a while. When I came back and started working with different people, Darkside was one of the first guys I was like, I need to learn, because I had worked in hip hop in the East Coast, and I got to work with one of the members of the Roots. And they schooled me on like the whole way of them growing up in high school and all these stories of how they had, evolved into the situation. And I was sitting there the whole time thinking, I don't know anything about LA hip hop really. Like, I know Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg, and I was like so embarrassed by my own ignorance and sort of having to like face that. So I had been painting with Fed Up, shout out Fed Up, UTI, SKA. I was painting with him, and he was bumping Rhyme Fighters tapes all the time. And we're bumping Rhyme Fighters, and I'm like, who the frick is this guy? And he was like, you don't know Rhyme Fighters? You don't know Quasar? And he was like, he had helped me get in touch and find out about these dudes. And at the particular time where I had come back to the West Coast, a lot of the people who have been active in Northeast previously they weren't really doing a lot at that exact moment. Not to say they weren't like there or whatever, but it just wasn't a lot going on at that moment. So for me, the same thing, I reached out to the SGV, and I was like, wow, there's a ton of like amazing talent that's kind of in a big upswing at this moment in the SGV. So I'm gonna go support these guys and learn. And sure enough, that working with Quasar, he introduced me to Rifleman. Rifleman introduced me to Mr. CR, and then me and CR cut the album Death Satellite, and I got to work with Volume 10 and Convict Rick and Mark the Murderer. I got a track with me, Mark the Murderer, freaking, and Ewok. Like, how the heck I'm on a track with Mark the Murderer? I don't even know.
Some of the homies right there, man, and Quasar, man. Shout out to the homies.
One of the Ellis just dropped a new album. Look that up. There's so many great albums came out in the last 2 weeks. Like, this is an amazing moment, I feel, right now.
People have been, with all that's been going on too, people have got a chance to not rush stuff when they're working on it. I mean, you mentioned this album of yours has been in the works forever. And that's the thing. People sometimes think they have to rush something out, and I get it when they have a fan base that's, urging them to get it. But also you got to keep the artistry intact, and let's put it out, put it out when it's ready, man. Hey, Nerd Gang, let's talk about that.
Yes!
My brother wants to hear about that.
Nerd Gang is the world. So I was like, how do I make an album? Okay, first let's take it a step back. One of the first big tracks that I got produced that came out on vinyl was a track for Wise Intelligent and Mega Ran on the Soul Veggies album on Brick Records out in Boston. It's about 5 or 6 years ago now. So that just sort of cemented me in a hip hop lane that I was trying to do in terms of the nerdiness, lyricism, technical stuff, like not nerdiness in being a dork or being goofy, but just in terms of like the appreciation for that particular aspect of hip hop was something that I like the poetry, I like the words, I like the lyrics, I like the technical deliveries. And you can see in this types of styles that I do, I try to do those things that I feel are challenging, and to me that's interesting, and I feel like it's kind of nerdy to like nerd out on hip hop in that way. But at the same time, on the album we also had like Razzcast and CR and a lot of really like tough dudes. Like I had my homie, it was like a gutter dude from the East Coast that had my back all the time on there rapping. And even Darkside himself, we came from Northeast. We have been through a lot of stuff just to be where we are. Like not even trying to do nothing to nobody else, but just to survive in this world is a challenge. Yeah. So I was like, I can't just call it a nerd album, but it's not really just like a gangster album. So I was like searching for this title and going through all these different names and writing papers full of like potential names of the album, and it just sort of clicked on me like, is nerd one half and the other half is gangster. So I was like, well, what's a nerd gangster? I was like, well, it's the fucking Nerd Gang. Like, I don't know, it just sort of, that's how it came. And if you listen to the album, it kind of goes like that. There's like the tougher songs that are a little more grimy, and then I got a song about pro wrestling, about the Bullet Club for the cats that are like wrestling fans. I got me and Mega Ran did the Power Man and Iron Fist collab, so it's about the comic books. And
Power Man and Iron Fist, I remember that shit because I had hey, you got the bell for that. My brother just went to wrestling on Friday.
Oh hell yeah, what'd you see?
What was it, Shaye?
Oh, I saw SmackDown live.
Oh yes, right, it was in Ontario.
At in Ontario, on the floor seats.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Nerd Gang.
How's my boy Roman Reigns doing, We represent the dynasty over here. It's all about that Samoan dynasty, man. Some of my favorite dudes, like, we get into wrestling. Fat 2 had that MLW match. I was sad he lost to Hammerstone. But man, watch out for Fatu. Dude is amazing.
To me, what you're speaking, I don't understand. But my brother's going, oh yeah, I was there.
For a lot of cats who don't know, I work for New Japan Wrestling, which is a big company here that does collaborations with America. Like I do production work on the side, so I'm always getting a chance to like inspire myself and trying to work in different things. And I got really blessed to go to Italy about 4 years ago with Bruno Sammartino, who was the living legend,
a legend, yeah.
The the living freak. I people. I don't know. You can tell I'm verklempt, okay. But so that got me onto all these things, and I started working on these wrestling shows to like do research because I was working on a film he was the character of it. And when I got behind the stage in these wrestling shows, I had already been in hip hop for 10 plus years, and I'm realizing like, damn, the wrestlers, they doing the same thing
Grinding.
they were doing, and characters, and creating characters, and telling stories, and using these storytelling devices like gimmicks and whatnot.
And on top of it, grinding it out almost every night.
God.
Sometimes to do 3 or 4 things a week.
Yo, I mean, in terms of the performance, I had a new respect for the highest, what I consider really at this point to be the highest level of performance with professional wrestling in terms of their acting, their emoting, they're talking, they're physically doing a choreographed performance. They're also fighting and hurting themselves and cutting themselves and bleeding on people. I mean, you go back to those old Flair and Dusty Rhodes matches.
But for what? For the entertainment, for the people, bro.
To tell a story, to make you have a feeling and to give you a feeling. So I really started to understand that more as I got into working wrestling. And it was like, when I helped cut more songs, I think it helped me to understand the emotional content, to make sure with these songs, like, there's emotional content behind every song. And
hey, bro, I'm, like you're saying, matter of fact, we have something coming soon. We've been working on it for a while. It's just timing things, but we have something coming up that we need you a guest on too. So.
I'm all about it. I love talking shit.
Yeah. So
stuff.
We got more to talk.
It were.
Hey, we're gonna play a video real quick. Come right back with Seedless, DJ
Yo.
Seedless, whatever you want to call him.
B-side show.
We'll be right back.
I'm only DJ Seedless because the band Seedless tried to sue me.
Be right back, man.
Peace.
You gotta live in the moment, getting out of the past. Other people in the future moving way too fast. Anxiety, depression, try to teach you life lessons. Observe and pay attention, every moment is a blessing. Time as you know it, a relative convention. Exist in test tubes or states of suspension. Constant elevation, upliftment and ascension. Reveal third eyes and explore new dimension. Imagination of a child is still all pretending, cause money and food on I'm still dependent. Inevitability, your life will be ending. Still gotta pay attention what you eat and how you spend it. And when beats get broken, time eventually will mend it. Study language, mathematics one day to transcend it. Manipulate space, break, fold and also bend it. I juxtapose variable and attempt to comprehend this.
Ain't no time for hesitation. Ready for whatever. Do whatever it takes. Ain't no time for hesitation. Ready for whatever. Do whatever it takes.
See, I was 17, staring down a barrel of a 12 gauge. Felt like it was well staged, frozen, I was held caged. It's how I learned to value my breath. Shit's priceless. I could try to tell you to death, get left lifeless. Cash and chips and crash a lasting distance. Fast money first, it has to pass the litmus. Hustle and grind to fuck with your mind. Pace left a couple behind, thought they had nothing but time. Reflection they don't recognize, no one's getting second tries. Trying to cheat the reaper they hide. It's shame and pride, we could put the blame aside, cause no one leaves the game alive. Use the flame inside and work nightly. Spread light so the rest are led brightly ahead. And dream big till the lid is closed tightly. And work's done, my son grows into a man. Smell the roses while you can before it blows you when the sand falls. One.
Ain't no time for hesitation. Ready for whatever. Do whatever it takes. Take this out. Ain't no time for hesitation.
Yeah, that blessed love. Yeah, you just open your heart. Look who stepped in, my name gets left out. Fame ain't my intention, no need to mention. We're creators of invention. Peace and love, prosper over your weapons. Break through the clouds so I can shine out loud. Looking down, my resources well endowed. The struggles on earth, man, belittle the work.
Constantly debated in the chicken come first. The egg, grateful, my brothers stayed. Visionaries, we're running on our new leg. Too vague, touche, you break it, you pay. Drinking from the bourbon bowl with Bobby Boucher. On the wedding day, she's throwing trees, no bouquet. The universe tells me better keep her James K. No joke, slow poke, I'm spilling the yolk. When provoked, ashtrays speaking in smoke. You gotta live in the moment, getting out of the past. Other people in the future moving way too fast. Anxiety, depression, try to teach you life lessons. Observe and pay attention, every moment is a blessing. Time as you know it, a relative convention. Exist in test tubes or states of suspension. Constant elevation, upliftment and ascension. Reveal third eyes and explore new dimension. Imagination of a child is still all pretending. Cause money and food on I'm still dependent. Inevitability, your life will be ending. Still gotta pay attention what you eat and how you spend it. And when beats get broken, time eventually will mend it. Study language, mathematics one day to transcend it. Manipulate space, break, fold and also bend it. I juxtapose variable and attempt to comprehend this.
Ain't no time for hesitation. Ready for whatever. Do whatever it takes.
Yeah, we drinking, yeah, we smoking, Cali life, yeah, we riding, yeah, we drinking, yeah, we smoking, Cali life. Every day is a struggle, gotta stay on the hustle, play it straight off the shuffle, not afraid of the scuffle, show some brains and the muscle through the pain and the trouble. It's a game and a rumble, yeah, we fumble and we tumble and we fall, still won't lose, pay those dues all day, show and prove. I'm saving my pennies like no new shoes and I'm still in the cut, rocking the groove. You know the moniker, you know the crew, soul food for that soldier dude. It's the coldest crew with the boldest moves, oldest droog who stole the truth. I the tiger and the golden tooth, sold the moon and the stars. Little boy blues with the attitude, I'm acting rude, don't get it confused. Bringing all the heat, bringing for the streets, hip hop from my nose to my feet. Little bit of weed and a Maru beat, all day, all night, can't sleep. Bump it in the low-lows, trucks in the Jeep. 7 days a week for all my peeps. Rhythm in the riddle in the middle of the flow. I'm falling off, y'all, I'm out of control. Lost my soul and lost my mind in a brown paper bag. Yeah, what did I find? No way out and no way home. Gotta keep it on, baby, keep it going. Steadily we growing and we raising the flow. Living in this life and it's so much more. From the rich to the poor, from the ceiling to the floor. Yeah, we searching for the source and we knocking on the front door.
Yo, what's up, guys? What the hell is up with you, man? And first of all, you was late on the death satellite, dude, man. Yeah. Now you sitting out here with your car all messed up, man. What? Yeah. Man, we got this important song with Razkaz, and you got this car out here looking stupid as hell, man. That B on your hat must stand for bass head, man, because you damn sure ain't finna be rocking up nothing but some crack if you don't. Man, get in that car, man.
Yeah, we drinking, yeah, we smoking, Cali life, yeah, we riding, yeah, we drinking, yeah, we smoking, Cali life, yeah, we flying, yeah, we floating, yeah, we rolling to paradise, yeah, we riding, yeah, we drinking, yeah, we smoking, Cali life.
Southern California with the summertime sunshine, money on my mind, stay on the grind to get mine. Bad Puerto Rican chick with a big behind, serving me my ties as a temper to the Wi-Fi. Tip the status of my new release that I just put out on Bandcamp, I'm knocking them out the box like a champ. Digital downloads for sale, promotion and marketing tools on a wide scale. No MTV or BET, just underground MCs doing it independently. Spit it fast like a jet ski over the water, turn a few coins into dollars. I'm trying to live like MF Doom overseas. Millions of record sales and stack G's. I work hard to play hard. I put my name in light spelled the capital CR. Make it happen all according to the game plan. I can't be out here broke, I'm a grown man. I kick shit like Jackie Chan. I don't need no help, it's just me the one man band. Hustle 24/7 to get paid, not special ed, but I got it made. Groupie broads on my tip backstage, feel like Run DMC, Live Aid. What else would I do my thing to get paid? Minimum wage, running day slave. You get whatever you put in right back. It's all on you, make it do what it do. Microphone check 1 2 1 2. The hell with me, nah, the hell with you. I don't deal with the bull or bad attitudes. I'm out here trying to get it, so I'm always on the move.
Yeah, we riding, yeah, we drinking, yeah, we smoking, Cali life, yeah, we riding, yeah, we drinking, floating, yeah, we rolling to paradise. Yeah, we riding, yeah, we drinking, yeah, we smoking. Cali life,
This sunshine, these palm trees, recreational, blow the best weed. Even our thoughts be sexy, trying to do drive-bys of a jet ski. G's ripping they set, read the tat on their neck and put some respect. Serve and protect, sign of the beast, out 911 screen, fuck the police. Nike Cortez, stuck in the heat, white pro club, outfit for the week. Eat Mexican food, carne asada, 2 tortillas, cilantro with salsa. Morning chats, word punches, plastic. Sisters in the hood got the fattest asses. Scary niggas move to Calabasas. Cali natives, we ain't giving no pass. That part. Plat chain in the black card. Even Buster try to act hard. Bitch get brain, try to act smart. Denzel, King Kong speech. LA County got a long reach. Malibu to Long Beach. Dispensary, a homegrown weed. In Koreatown with Mexicans. Armenians moving weight like Dexatrim. They break bad, Pomona. Got meth labs. Lancaster, we bigger and faster. We ball cause we have to. Ice drip, no Alaska.
yeah, we riding, yeah, we drinking, yeah, we smoking. Cali life, yeah, we riding, yeah, we drinking, yeah, we smoking. Cali life, yeah, we flying, yeah, we floating, yeah, we rolling to paradise. Yeah, we riding, yeah, we drinking, yeah, we smoking. Cali life.
Hey, what up, man? How's it going? How's everything in Tokyo?
Hey, Seedless.
Yo.
You in the studio?
Oh, shit, yeah. I'm on my way there right now, bro. I was just getting in the car.
Did you get the files I sent?
Oh, fuck. Yeah, we got all the files, man. No problem. We gonna knock this shit out right now, bro. We gonna knock this shit right out, dog. It's my boy Maru. Hell yeah, boy. I'll see you soon, man.
Yeah, definitely, man.
Shoot. And we're back, man. DJ Seedless in the building. He's got a new project, man, out. How many joints? Who's on the album, man?
Okay, let's break it down. We only did 8 songs. We wanted to be fresh. That's all I could afford, man. The damn engineers broke me down. Nah, shouts out to my engineer, E-Man. Freaking Mercenary Music, you guys are amazing. They did so many touch-ups and changes and things and never gave me a hard time. But we did 8 tracks, but I really wanted to focus on this being a feature-heavy record because we had the production all the way from Japan. So the first big feature is the producer, my homie Maru Wine. We also did have one guest feature producer on there, which was Duke Westlake, who's, I think, one of the dopest hands-down cats. Is just, I feel he's just barely hit the tip of the iceberg. We're going to see huge things out of this guy, and man. We got, obviously, Dark Side of my homie Terrible Calm, which were like the homies from the neighborhood. Then I got 2Mex on the next joint.
2Mex.
I thought, to me, 2Mex was always just, I thought he was the illest MC live. Like, just whenever you see him live, I felt like he just served everybody and just his freestyles.
And real quick, in
November,
man, they got the Rhyme Fest coming back.
That's right.
Man. Shouts out to him and the homeboy Scoob bringing that back.
I believe that's what, November 12th?
I believe
that's
it's
right.
the 12th.
November 12th, because the next day, November 13th, we're doing the album release party for Nerd Gang up in the Valley at Liquid Zoo. Shouts out to Robbery Productions. We're going to have Lunar Pistols. Brujas is going to be there. Mr. P. Chill, my homie from Sacramento's coming down. Friggin' my homie Worms from Fresno's coming down. We got Ill Gil's going to be in the house. Just the Facts is going to be in the house. We're going to have a whole, I'm sorry if I missed any, but we're going to have a lot of dope people there. Tangent Wiggy's going to be there. West Coast Avengers.
Oh, man.
In the building.
I was going to say, you speaking of Nerd Gang, man. And
gotta have Tangent in there, you know?
Tangent, he talks on
Me
that.
Me and Tangent got a crazy track that I haven't dropped yet. And I can't wait till that comes out. It's about letters between a villain and the hero, like kind of writing letters back and forth to each other. That's all I'm going to leave you with until it comes out, so I don't want to spoil it. But it's going to come out. Tangent, I swear I will get that track out.
It was crazy because Tangent one time came on a show with, we happen to have Bishop Lamont.
Oh, my God.
And but he was a big fan of his. So he was
Talk about a nerdy rapper.
He was just tripping out. while Bishop was talking, he was like, wow. And he even told him after, and he goes, hey, dude, I'm like, I got all your shit. Like, you know, and it was crazy. It's good. We make these links here all the time. It's cool, man. So, but Nerd Gang is a real thing, man. It's going down. Let them know where they can get it and all that once it drops.
So we're gonna be on all the basic digital retailers, you know, the old iTunes and all these type of things. I'll probably have, I don't know if we're gonna have physicals. I'm not sure. We might do some limited vinyl. It just kind of depends how things go from here. We'll have to see. But definitely it'll be everywhere on the iTunes and on the Spotify's and things of that nature. I'm a huge vinyl fan. I'm a DJ, so I have my house is covered with vinyls. You know, I just gotta connect the dots and make it happen and stop being a bum. So. Stop smoking so much reefer.
Yeah, it
happens. Reefer.
Hey, it happens. But the emoji with the shoulder shrug. Hey, but
we're gonna get there though. But I got a few cool merch items. I mean, really, I wanted to do some cool merch because I've been saying it for years. I wanted to do it. So I got Nerd Gang hats coming. I got glass tips. If anybody messes with funky field tips, I got another homie down in Brazil that I'm working with right now. His name is Mad Tips. And he is super dope. Find him on Instagram, and we are making.
You're gonna be doing some stuff.
We got custom glass tips coming out.
That's dope, bro.
Trust me, it's gonna be sick. They got decals with my little drawing of me on them. They're stupid, bro. You're gonna laugh your ass off. I got a cartoon character of me now.
I gotta get some of those.
I got you. You're on the list, bro. Don't even trip. We got
I got them.
We got hoodies coming out. We're gonna do some stuff. I'm trying to do different types of merch. I done shirts. Up till now, all I've ever done is shirts. So I was like, I'm not gonna do no t-shirts on this run. It's gonna be all different, something different.
That's dope, man. Hey, and it's good to hear, Nerd Gang is alive and well.
Hell
it ain't
yeah.
going nowhere, man. There's a lot of stuff coming.
So I got to shout out to Mega Ran. Real talk. Mega Ran, like, he did a few albums that really inspired me, and I think gave me some to be brave to be like, hey, I don't have to feel like I'm forced into a certain like. I have to rap a certain way. Like, hip hop is art, and art is like you got to express how you feel. And until you express how you feel, you're not really doing yourself justice. And I think sometimes, for cats that are nerdy in the hip hop scene, it was intimidating. I grew up in LA. I went to freaking King Junior High School, bro. I was rapping on the schoolyard at King and like getting just destroyed by everyone because, the same thing, like, even in my high school and even moving forward and eventually going to Philly and rapping at the Gathering and going to Cyphers, it was like I was a target. Being one of the only white kids in a cypher, everybody comes at you. And it took me a long time to sort of find my place because I would get frustrated and angry and I want to battle everyone and be real aggressive. And at the end of the day, that's not really me. So I had to kind of work through some of those songs and just kind of evolve, and grow.
But that's also part of the journey and the bumps and bruises along the way. And
absolutely,
this culture, man, I don't know what I would do without it. And I feel you on that, man.
It pushes you to see you can fight harder than you think you can. It's like, you might think you might fold after a couple punches, but you might be able to take it. You might fight back a little bit more than you think.
And just because you're more into one thing than another doesn't mean you weren't, around where you were around and seeing what you saw, man. It's just like but the thing is, respect to those that really put out what they're actually doing or what they're, instead
authentic.
of pretending they're someone else, you know what I'm saying?
I'm not going to do a fake gangster album or a fake nerd album, and I wouldn't have felt good about either one of them, honestly.
You guys wouldn't have, you know what I mean? If you saw a DJ Seedless gangster rap album, you probably, let's keep it 100 here, man. But for reals, that's dope.
I have to be rapping about Vikings and bikers on every track or something, dog. I don't even know.
Hey, so what's your favorite genre of movie?
Oh my God!
When you speak of nerd, is it the superhero shit or is it something?
I'm working on some superhero shit right now. I got blessed to work on Eternals a little bit. It's coming out from Marvel, so I've been down there. Actually, that's where I was today.
Oh, you're doing work on the set?
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, it's talk about an intense environment where every producer and everybody there is like, you gotta be. That's why I bought new pants.
Oh yeah,
go to work today because I'm like,
you know what?
I don't want to look bad in front of the producer.
So much money on the line there already because they know it's popping, but
yeah, big time. But movies, I mean, I don't know.
But to also keep the what is it called?
I like old movies, honestly. To be honest, I'm like a big Humphrey Bogart, the black and whites, like Treasure of the Sierra Madres, the Maltese Falcon, that LA noir. Like LA, we created that noir vibe. I think it was The Big Sleep. by Raymond Chandler is the book that they made the movie off of, and that was kind of one of the big first films that inspired the noir genre. And if you know about the history of LA, was Sonora Town, like North LA, the downtown part of North LA didn't used to exist. Like when my dad was a kid, that was another neighborhood that was called Sonora Town from back in the 50s, and that was more like what East LA, I guess, kind of gets considered more nowadays, was in a different place. And it's just so much about the history of LA, and I guess for me with those old 50s movies, it fascinates me, that vibe. And even LA Confidential.
I was just gonna say LA Confidential kind of
Chinatown
touched on that, yeah, like in a different way on that
absolutely
crime thing, but it was like that type of vibe. I hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
Hey, so if
I'm a
you
sucker
could,
for those flicks.
Being into that, all this genre and everything like that, man, the nerdcore, whatever you want to call it. If you created a film, what you think you would create?
I've worked on a handful of scripts. Nothing really has taken off for me to be like worth even showing anybody.
Wait,
yet,
don't give away one of your main scripts.
Yeah,
just
but I mean, like,
in a nutshell.
But it's definitely like those type of things.
Bite, bro. Trust me, people.
Well, it's gotta be. I mean, for me, that's why I love like a dude who is the great example of Nerd Gang is Quentin Tarantino.
Oh, all right.
So I mean, look at a Nerd Gang guy. Like, I mean, and I would like my movies would be in that vein. I would say, not to give too much away. It's like there's gonna be a crime. There's gonna be some stupid shit that shouldn't happen that screws it all up, and then there's gonna be like the Steve Buscemi character who's this nerdy weird guy, and it's
about what I think his movies did is shed a little more light on what goes on in between, because they show the movies with all the
criminals
the
are
good
real
parts.
people too.
Yeah, the good parts. They don't show the in between, like, oh shit, I accidentally shot this dude in the back seat.
Oh my God,
like,
Reservoir Dogs. Oh
you
my
know what
God.
I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying, though. It's like,
but it's true, and that stuff happens. I mean, that's the saying is the truth is stranger than fiction. And if we all sat here and broke down the stories we knew about dudes, the craziest dude we heard stories about from our neighborhoods, it would be crazier than probably anything that's not impossible. Like, the only way you can make a crazier story is by making up shit that can't actually happen.
I literally just heard one like 2 days ago from one of the OG homies, and it was a old school dude from the hood, and then he started to tell me, and I go, you know what? I get where you're going. I don't want to hear it.
I don't want to hear it.
No, but it was one of those things like there's stuff that goes into stories more than they just show that glamorizes stuff. Like,
well, that's the saddest thing. I mean, all of us can be proud of our neighborhoods, but it's even sometimes, we have to remember that some of these situations are not glamorous and they're not things that and I think the ultimate example of that, and even I think I saw, I think it was Wise Intelligent, full circle again, was saying something like that on his Instagram yesterday. It's like we feel so much pride to our hoods, but we forget that in order for us to reach our maturity and reach our potential, we have to find an environment that's going to support us. And even the people who grew up in the hoods in the 60s, which is the foundation of the hoods that created a lot of the hip hop and a lot of the modern urban culture that we appreciate, those people didn't come from those neighborhoods. They came from the South, immigrating up at the end of another era of all types of other negativity that they were trying to move away from and find environments that would support their creativity, allow them to have families and better jobs and opportunities, But
you know what? And then in that, though, and that's what created all the flavors that you have and influence from different places.
Absolutely. And not even just the South of America, but the South keeps going to Mexico, to the islands, to South America, to Central America. And if you look at like another one of my favorite artists is not necessarily technically a hip hop artist, but it's El General. And a lot of people don't know General. He's from Panama. He's not even a Puerto Rican dude.
Boom, boom, mommy. Hey, you know what?
Say, dog, that dude's fire. When I dropped on General Records, like, people
back
go
in the day,
nuts.
they used to play his shit at all the backyard joints. Hey, you know what?
Still drop them
Before
joints.
before we end the show, man, we gotta play something from your album, bro.
Okay, please, yes.
Yeah, I think Joaquin's got something right here. What are we gonna play, man?
Handle this. We're gonna do the first one and the second one. Let's do Catalyst first. Shouts out to my man Darkside. Rest in peace. Terrible Calm. Work crew. Hard work in the building. You already know what it is. Seedless.
The definition of an organism is any living thing capable of response to stimuli, reproduction, growth and development, and maintenance of homeostasis as a stable whole. Our universe does all of these things. The consciousness of our universe is responsible for the form and purpose that all matter assumes.
My life
can be counted in BPMs. Kids couldn't beat me then. See me blend into my surroundings. Sometimes it at others I stick out like a sore thumb. The place I come from rhymes with those vandalists. Sipping Sierras, watch me manage this fresh beat imported from Japan, and it's got so much soul. Let my pen take control. The saga's been foretold. Young and old, when I feel and when I am. I see I slay with skill with cold still in hand. Command ill flow patterns. Treating opponents like Saturn. Running rings around you chumps. Making Saturday sadder and y'all are saccharine. I'm pure K, y'all's Adarins. I'm pure Cajun. Beat stages and blunts, just three things I'm known for blazing. Raised in hell, raising the dead. Dead's what you'll be. Call me a California raisin. Raised in California since birth. So it's Father Bet that I'm praising for making me so goddamn amazing.
Catalytical converter, analytic murder, curbside first server, pervert, binge and purger, harder than a girder, swill and swerver, on my last nerver. Catalytical converter, analytic murder, curbside first server, pervert, binge and purger, harder than a girder, swill and swerver, on my last nerver. The MCs is faker than Oscar Mayer Bologna. I'm old school, sorta like my Sharonia. So hand me a Corona as I'm smoking on the doja. Under high pressure, you see I'm very explosive. Acidic xenomorph with blood that's corrosive. Maru on the beat, put you into hypnosis. Got B-boys pop locking in various poses, spinning off they backs and landing on their shoulders. Eeny meeny on the microphone, you a phony. Softer than Tony, riding a pony in your chony. Just act like you don't know me, like a vegetarian know me. Johnny Storm, I hoe heat. Former, I grow wheat. When I grew up, no eats. First rhymes, no beats. First to rhyme, no beats. Don't be shy, go beats. Learn history, no eats. No self, no peace. No self, no peace. No self, no peace. Catalytical converter, analytic murder, curbside first server, pervert, binge and purger, harder than a girder, swill and swerver, on my last nerver. Catalytical converter, analytic murder, curbside first server, pervert.
No one believes this is me.
Harder than a girder, swill and swerver, on my last nerver.
And converge in the center of our brain, which is where we find the pineal gland. The pineal gland is believed in many cultures to be the spiritual third eye responsible for intuition. Descartes called it the seat of the soul where mind and body meet. Each individual cell in our body receives an electromagnetic impulse from our central nervous system. They receive the very same impulse that was disseminated to every biological instrument from the earth. An explanation of our conscious universe has been attempted by religion, science, and philosophy. The neglect of biological nature from any organism causes illness. A divorce.
Just like the moon, taking shape in the night. Yo, my third eye vision shining brighter than a night light. Inspired decisions, they allow me to sleep. Cause when you walk along the trail of tears, the world appears bleak. I'm addicted to kerosene, just spitting forest fires. Tell them silly pop rappers they can pack up and retire fortified by the hard work, microphone collective. Cause nothing else can ever be accepted. I stalk at a pace that's cruel to unexpected. Weary travelers, a student of the arcade arts. Alchemic dab of the rhyme, unscramble of time, unravel the mystic traveler, planting seeds upon the earth now in the here and after. All matter stacked in galactical patterns, cause I'm galactic in scale, making bells out of the wings of Saturn. All friendly chatter gets dissolved into antimatter. When MCs run away with their thoughts, it's a disaster.
Here we are. We're live. We've been in another conversation, like off air, man.
Okay, you guys are not. It's for the next episode.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We got more stuff to talk about. We're gonna get to it. Hey, I wanted to ask though, man, moving around and stuff before we're gonna play the last joint tail off the show. But moving around, I know because we moved around a lot as kids too. But you moved different places. Speak on that and the influence it had on your, your journey and your music.
Huge, great question. Yeah, I mean, I was born in Hollywood. I grew up around Northeast LA and lived in almost every neighborhood in Northeast LA, probably until I was about 16 or 17, when I started to get a little bit more on my own and doing my own thing. And then by the time I was about 19, I was running wild, and I don't know what hair grew, but I just went to the East Coast and I decided I was gonna go live in Philly, and no matter what it took. I didn't really have a lot of skills. I think I left with about $20 in my pocket, and I was just like, I'm going to the East Coast and I'm gonna find out what the East Coast is all about. And man, I fell in love. I got to be out there and living in in neighborhoods in West Philly, and to hear hip hop on this whole different level of just, it's in your ear, it's everywhere, and it really made me feel like, wow, this is a place for me where everybody loves hip hop just the way I do. And it's just like incredible to have that experience to live in the East Coast. Like I lived there almost 10 years, man, because I was just so hooked on it, and it's hard for me to let it go, except that I grew up in LA, and I knew if I didn't come back here to take advantage of these opportunities and learn the history of my own culture, because like I said, when I lived there, I got blessed to produce a joint for Kid Crumbs. Shout out to my boy Kid Crumbs from the original Roots crew. It's on YouTube, you can look it up. It's called Philadelphia, DJ Seedless and Kid Crumbs. But like, you know, he schooled me on the history of West Philly and all these groups, School EDs, and all these different things that had happened. The Rhythmic Freaks, a group a lot of people didn't ever heard of, which was like a B group. It could have been the Roots. Like at one point, the Roots and the Rhythmic Freaks were like these rival two neighborhood hip hop crews, and the Rhythmic Freaks just didn't happen for them, and the Roots, you know, they just took off. But
that's crazy, man. Your journey's it
don't stop there. Then I went to Oregon.
I was gonna say, shout out to you though for taking the chance to just roll, bro.
Oh man! And then I went to Oregon, and I got into a crew over there, because basically my homegirl, I was doing a lot of activist work always, because I'm always about the community. You got to support your community. That's a big fundamental element of hip hop. So I was doing some activist work, and these people had heard in Oregon that I was doing hip hop in Philly, and they heard about me, and they were like, hey, we opening up a community center. How would you like to sponsor a hip hop program with the youth? So I went to Oregon, and for about 8 months, almost a year, we did a whole project, made an album for all these kids in this neighborhood outside of Eugene. And I got blessed to work with all these kids. A lot of them I'm still working with to this day, and they are just huge supporters of me and help push me and to see my potential. It's always crazy when you work with someone else supporting them, and you end up finding more of yourself than you can through almost searching yourself. Like you find yourself in other people in a sense.
No, I hear you, bro, and that, like, hip hop's helped me in so many ways, bro. Being in studio sessions kept me from being out doing other stuff.
Gosh.
And then
I did the other stuff too.
And then the collaboration effort, like working with someone to create and seeing the same end result, man, it's pretty cool, man. And hip hop helped me in that way.
And hip hop's always there, because it's not like you just find hip hop and then your life is perfect. You know, we still make mistakes.
Oh, I'm struggling hard, brother.
But I'm saying that hip hop is always there for us. So whenever I fall off the wagon on what I need to do, I'm being an asshole to people again, or I'm fucking dodging my hustles that I need to be doing to get my life where I need it to be, like, I always find my way back, and hip hop is always an instrumental, like part of that somehow. Like, well, you know, it's crazy. It wasn't that. You know, I thought about that, but to me, it's more like, and this is really interesting, it's like the Bigger Brothers Club. Because a lot of us grew up without fathers that were in our lives. A lot of us grew up without older siblings or older cousins. Like my oldest cousin died of leukemia when I was a little kid, and he was the one that was like the older male in my family that had their shit together. It was the positive one. Like my uncles and my dad, I love them, but they were struggling at that time. So it was like they weren't able to inspire us and influence us the way they wanted to, you know. And you know, my cousin, like I said, he wasn't there, so I found that through other people, and it kind of dawned on me one day. I think we had a homegirl come by the studio when we were cutting a track. And she's like, man, I feel really awkward in here right now with like 10 dudes rapping in this room, and I'm the only girl in there. And it sort of clicked to me, like, it's not that we're sexist or we're against women or there's anything that we don't want to include them. What it is that there's a certain part of hip-hop that's very special for men and boys and adolescent males, or however the frick you want to classify people. That it's a sacred thing for us to, like, support each other, just like playing sports. If you play b-ball, or you play football, or you play baseball, you learn from the other kids playing, and you don't just learn how to hit the ball. You learn how to be a good person. You learn how to not be a jerk to your girl. You learn all those things, you know, from the neighborhood guys.
And then, like, usually, like, trying to win, you have to work as a team, and you learn that, man.
All that.
That's one of the...
And you got to learn to lose.
That's that, too. And that's what's one of the things for me in hip-hop is just... the teamwork that goes into entertaining people. It's all part of the process.
With this project was a huge team. Like I said, I had so many people between the producers, the other MCs, the engineers. Shouts out to Matt Weiss, and like I said, Mercenary Music. Check out Weiss Advice. My boy's got a new website up where you could learn all about engineering, and he has these dope-ass tutorials. He's got sound packs. The dude is awesome. I mean, I feel like very blessed.
So... tell them where they can get the album and the release party and where they can get at you, because we're going to play one more joint to end the show, man.
Shouts out to the B-Side Shop, my main man, the Big Rab, boom, Shabazz The Disciple. You know what it is. We in the house. Joaquin Daniels, SADC, Cola Crew. You know, it's too much love in the building right now. I am DJ Seedless. It's going to be Nerd Gang. It's coming out October 22nd. It's going to be on all the digital platforms. Look it up. We're on YouTube. We're on all these things. Or you can hit me up on Instagram, Seedless0. Hit me up if you want a digital copy. I'll serve it up. I got the Cash App going. You know what it is. I got all kinds of merch. I got hats. We got glass tips are going to be coming out. Look out for my new custom line of glass tips. I got hoodies are going to come out. We got a release party. Is going to be November 13th, the day after Rhymefest. If you're going to go to Rhymefest, which you better be going to, I'll be at Rhymefest with flyers and harassing you to come to my party the next day, November 13th, in the Valley at Liquid Zoo on Sepulveda and Sherman Way. Nerd Gang release party. Be there, and you can be square.
Yeah, it's okay. At that one especially, man.
It's okay.
Nerd Gang, man. Hey, we're going to play one of the joints to end the show, man. Shout out to Joaquin Daniels for coming through, man. DJing with us, man, and everybody that came to vibe out with us. Shaye, Whitey in the back.
And check out Tangent's new album, too.
Yeah, man. Hey,
you know, I kind of want to beef with him because he's dropping it on the same day as me. Nerd beef. We're going to play Power Man and Iron Fist featuring the one and only Mega Ran, produced by Duke Westlake.
That's right, man. Tune in every week. B-side show.
Mega, Danny.
It's the heroes for hire, strike back like Empire. Fists of fury and 5 fingers of fire. Danny Rand, Luke Cage, Power Man and Iron Fist. One man gang, immortal kung fu scientist. The heroes for hire, strike back like Empire. Fists of fury and 5 fingers of fire. It's Danny Rand, Luke Cage, Power Man and Iron Fist. One man gangs, immortal kung fu scientist. This ain't no strategy, it's assault and battery. Bomb massively like a Gaddafi tragedy. 7 tetragrams, lands Buddha palm lavishly. Savagery like we granting no amnesty. Legendary, an underground reliquary. Immortal mask with fisticuffs incendiary. Visionaries, Shaolin missionaries. Soldiers for hire, it's the warlord mercenary. Show no mercy like Shoot Out the Dragon. Break down villains and leave them on a tangent. Never stay passive, it's 2-player active. Saving the day as we rescue the captives. Mountains of Kunlun to Midtown Manhattan. It's Orson Randall, I stay pistol packing. Serve them lead salad while I drink a whole flagon. My hands are hotter than a molten cannon. The heroes for hire, strike back like Empire. Fists of fury and 5 fingers of fire. Danny Rand, Luke Cage, Power Man and Iron Fist. One man gang, immortal kung fu scientist. The heroes for hire, strike back like Empire. Fists of fury and 5 fingers of fire. It's Danny Rand, Luke Cage, Power Man and Iron Fist. One man gangs, immortal kung fu scientist.
Sweet Christmas, karma and deep dishes is delicious. Meat and defeats are stretched like Reed Richards. Fleeger do need a genie with more than 3 wishes. We be vicious, mean business, believe this is justice. Raised in the ruckus, so strangers to roughness. See bodyguards, now they not gon' fight. Gonna pull the trigger, homie, I ain't got all night. Hey, hoodie full of bullet holes, skin still smooth though. Your man might be strong, but he ain't Luke though. Man, I'm too cold, ain't no loophole. Move yo, otherwise cool. Your tombstone. X-Time's got the best mind. I don't need a 9 to protect mine. Takes less spine. Black cat, most dangerous but cornered. Moving, never backward, only forward.
It's the heroes for hire, strike back like Empire. Fists of fury and 5 fingers of fire. Danny Rand, Luke Cage, Power Man and Iron Fist. One man gang, immortal kung fu scientist. The heroes for hire, strike back like Empire. Fists of fury and 5 fingers of fire. It's Danny Rand, Luke Cage, Power Man and Iron Fist. One man gangs, immortal kung fu scientist.
Watch the spot get blown. I be the sick lunatic with the devilish poem. From the mist of the darkness, I come with this. Hitting straight to the chest like a primacy mist. Resurrector, yeah,